so much for checking out today's video. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie and I cover oily skin, hooded eyes, and beauty. Welcome back to my setting powder wars. Today is episode 5, and if you're watching this in the future, I will link all of the videos down below for you. I'll be testing out 10 drugstore setting powders for your oily skin, and for each of these setting powders, I'll be testing out the all-day wear test, flashback test, baking test, and a light setting powder test. Now let's get into setting powder number 5, and that's the Rimmel London Stay Matte Pressed Powder. So this setting powder will hold up to 5 hours of your natural shine with natural minerals, and it also helps minimize the appearance of pores. I tested this powder out for 2 days, and day 1 was my first impression with a light setting, so let's roll the tape. So this definitely smells like makeup. It just reminds me of, like, I don't know, when I was a kid and I got play makeup, and that's what this kind of smells like. But I mean, it's not bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this powder on. I already have my foundation and my concealer on, so I'm just going to lightly set my face with this pressed powder. So that definitely brightened. Looks really nice, really light, really soft. I'm just gonna really concentrate it on my under eye area, the creases of my face, of course everywhere I put my concealer, and my T-zone. So for the rest of my face, I'm just going to lightly dust all over, and my neck. All right, so I have covered all of my face. I'm gonna zoom you in so you guys can see my forehead, in between my eyebrows, underneath my eyes, my nose, and around my mouth. So I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've completed the rest of my makeup. I didn't do my eyes because I might be filming an eye tutorial later, so I just wanted to leave that blank just in case, but let's go ahead and talk about my makeup. So I'm really liking the makeup right now. I feel like the powder is definitely brightening, but not too brightening. It's almost just like this subtle brightness. And I do feel like it smoothed out my foundation, smoothed out my concealer, except for the chin area. But I have some, you know, it's a post-period type deal. So we're just not going to pay attention to that area. It is not the setting powder's fault. It's me. Here's my forehead, in between my eyebrows, under my eyes, my nose, which I'm really impressed with. It looks really good. And then, of course, my mouth area. Like I said, I'm not even counting that, but this is what it looks like so far. So I'm really liking this, but of course, the real test is to see how it wears all day. So I will be right back to give you guys an update. 10 hours later, and let's go ahead and take a look at my makeup. Okay, so I definitely see that it didn't really control my oils that well. I do have some creasing going on here. I have some creasing going on here as well. And I worked really hard today to make sure I filled in my pores. And I see some pores right here. I see some pores going on. Okay, let me just show you what's going on. Here is my forehead, which is looking pretty good. It's just very oily. In between my eyebrows. And I just don't know how well you can see this separation, like the cracks, but they're there. Under my eyes, my nose, which I think looks really good. My nose normally does not look this good. And then just my pores. And here is the crease. This doesn't look too bad, but pores. And then the chin area, just if you want to see what's going on there. It didn't really control my oils that well, but I definitely want to still test it out. So I'm going to test it out again tomorrow to see how this works out, because I don't think that just a one-time use is going to tell me anything. I want to keep using it. Day 2, and I've been wearing this makeup for about 10 hours now, and I've been outside. I wore a mask, and so there was just a little bit of sweating going on. So let's go ahead and take a look at my makeup. So I do see some separation going on in between my eyebrows, some creasing going on, and just some of my pores just really being accentuated, and my foundation came off on my nose. Let's do a close-up. Here is my forehead. It's looking pretty nice. In between my eyebrows, there's some separation there. I'm not sure if you can really see it, but it's definitely there. my nose where my foundation has come off. And then here is where you can really see like my pores, my creasing, and then the chin area. I think today it definitely controlled my oils a lot more than it did yesterday, but it still kind of looks the same when it comes to cracking, creasing. As you can see from the clips, I wasn't able to do a baking test only because there wasn't a lot of powder that could actually be picked up with my brush, especially my sponge. So all I did was just a light setting. And to be honest, I think that the powder really does hold up to what it promises. It really does control your shine for up to 5 hours. And my foundation, my makeup looked so smooth up to 5 hours. And then after that, I could definitely see my oils coming through. At the end of the day, my makeup looked really, really cakey, and it really accentuated my pores, which isn't something that I expect from a powder because powder is supposed to cover, and it accentuated my pores, which is really weird. And I do a lot to cover my large pores, so I don't understand why and how my pores looked so big. I used my e.l.f. putty primer. I used my Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. Like, I go to great lengths to make sure I cover my pores, and I just can't understand how this made my pores look so big. So I think if you don't have large pores, this powder might be okay for you. And if you're not planning on being out for longer than 5 hours, I think it might be okay for you. But really, this powder is under $4. So I feel like you get what you pay for. And if you're okay with that, then I think that this powder is great for you, but it's not for me. It did pass the flashback test. So here's the picture, no flashback. So that was good. So I really struggle to see why this powder is loved so much. And a lot of people were saying that it's great for your under eye area, that it brightens. And I agree, it does brighten your under eyes, but it creased so bad. And I'm 31, so I have some creases under my eyes and creases, you know, on my face. And it just didn't really blur it out. And even if it didn't blur it out, if it just kind of like just sat there, I would be okay with it. But it really accentuated everything that I don't want to have accentuated. So this one is just not for me. So let me know down in the comments below, have you guys tried this powder out? Do you like it? Do you not? How do you make it work if you do like it? Let me know so that way I can let everyone else know. And if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more content because we are halfway through this series and I'm just so excited to see how this one turns out. And I have more series coming, like more for oily skin. So I'm so excited and I cannot wait to share all of them with you. So thank you guys so much. Bye.